Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video for you. This is going to be a fun one again. I really wanted to find out who is the #1 character in Vivii, okay? A lot of people have been asking me, what is the best character to invest in or to buy as a collectible in Vivii right now? And, we have a few contenders for sure. And I narrowed it down to three, okay? Three big contenders of the #1 character to collect or maybe to invest in, if you want to do that, in the Vivii app, right now, okay? So Vivi's been around for over a year, and, it has a lot of collectibles in there, a lot of characters now. We're starting to build the library up, but there are three, in my opinion, okay, this is my opinion, that rise above them all. And I really want to know what you think about who is the best. I will tell you at the end of this video who I think is the #1 character, okay, in the app to collect. Okay, and then I want to know what you think, right? And I backed it up with my little choice. I backed it up with some stats and numbers because I scoured the app. I compared and contrasted all of the collectibles that these three characters have, and I put some numbers together to kind of prove my point. It is a little bit subjective though, okay, because this is in February 2022. Okay, so this can change depending on what happens and, as time goes on, right? And the market goes up and down, okay? But right now, at this moment, I think I personally have a clear winner for you. I really want to know what you think. So anyway, my three characters that I've picked in the app are Spider-Man, okay? Batman, and Mickey Mouse. Okay, so some might think this is obvious for sure, but you know what? It's actually really difficult to choose between the three of them for different reasons. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to get down. We'll show you some numbers about what I've done. Okay, so basically, I'm adding up all of their collectibles and all of their value, and just for reference, okay? So let's get into it and let me know what you think, okay? Let's go down. I'm going to start off with Spider-Man first, okay? So we're just talking about collectibles here, okay? We're not doing comic books because two of the characters that I have, Batman and Mickey Mouse, do not have comic books, okay? So they have collectibles. So Spider-Man does have comic books, okay? So until we get those in, we're just going to compare the collectibles, okay? Anyway, so Spider-Man, if you look at him in the app, and just Spider-Man, not all of the Spider people from the universe of Spider-Man, like the Green Goblin and all the rest of them, just Spider-Man himself, he's got 10 collectibles in the app, okay? And if you add up all the value of all those collectibles right now, the total value in the market is about 94,000 gems, okay? And that's if you add all 10 up, okay? Now we have the secret rare Spider-Man first appearance, okay? You got Spider-Man 2099, which is really nicely valued. You got the Ben Reilly, that one's really valued too. You have some pretty big collectibles in there, right, for Spider-Man. And like I said, when you add them all up, it's about 94,000 gems, for the combined total market value, okay? That's Spider-Man. So let's just go to my next screen right here. So if you have 10 collectibles at 94,000, you just do some simple math. That averages out to about 9,400 gems per collectible, okay, on average. That's how much a Spider-Man collectible is worth on average, okay? So they're not all worth 9,400, but we're just doing an average here, right? Because you add them all up, and then it kind of gives you a sense of how valuable he could become in the future, even more, even for the lowest Spider-Man collectible, okay? So this is really interesting. So I've done this for the other characters as well, right? So let's get into it, right? We'll go down a bit further. Now we have Batman, okay, so he's the other one I'm looking at as well. Batman's been in the app a long time. There's lots of Batman collectibles. Right now we have 14 Batman collectibles, just Batman himself. There's the Croc as well, Batman with the Croc, that counts in here as well. And the total market value, if you added them all up together, is 38,000 gems, okay? So less than the Spider-Man ones, right? But inside there, you have the Todd, right? Right here, you have the Rizzo, right? So they're major, right? They're big, okay? So that's a factor when it comes into my, with this video, and who I'm going to put as number one is the significance of each one of these collectibles as well. But total market value is $38,000 for Batman. If we scroll down to my next screen right here, that averages out, so you got 14 collectibles, about $38,000. That averages out to about 2,700 gems per Batman collectibles, okay? So that's interesting, right? Quite a bit lower than Spider-Man, because we have, some Batman collectibles that are in the $200 range, the $300 range, that kind of thing. And then we have the high-end ones, right? So we have like really high and then kind of in the middle and lower, right? Whereas Spider-Man seems to be, quite a bit high throughout and then really high, right? So that's interesting, right? Okay, so let's go on to my next dude right here. And that's Mickey Mouse. Okay, Mickey Mouse is a newer contender. He's now come into the app, okay? He's got all the Disney stuff. We know how hot the Disney stuff is. There's only 6 collectibles that actually have Mickey Mouse, okay? We're talking the partner statue. We're talking his card. Mickey's hat counts. There's 3 Steamboat Willies, okay? These are Mickey Mouse only, not like Daisy and all the rest of them, okay? We could do like a Disney one compared to like a Marvel one, but those would be bigger numbers and a lot more complicated. This is just Mickey Mouse. And so when you add them together and you divide it up, okay, Mickey Mouse is averaging 9,000 gems per collectible. Now, like I said, we have some major ones in here. Okay, let's just scroll back to each of them. We'll start with Mickey. We'll go back to Mickey. The partner statue, that's a major one in here for Mickey Mouse, of course. Okay, and we're talking like the hat is also really big, but the partner statue is the one that's like possibly the greatest NFT we have in the app, okay? So that has a lot of weight in this decision, right? So let's scroll a bit more right here. Let's go back to Batman, okay? And like I said, we have the Todd in here and the Rizzo, and the rest of them are all really cool. We have the first killer first statue, very big, for Batman. And of course, like I said, the Todd is the first NFT they put on the app, the first collectible. So that is historically significant as well, right? Major, okay? So then we go down right here. Let's go back up to Spider-Man just as a quick review. We have Spider-Man's first appearance, okay? We have like the secret rare, which is major. I mean, that's going to be a giant NFT. It already is, okay? And then, of course, we have the other first appearances, with the Ben Reilly, okay? And then we also have like, the zombie Spider-Man and all that. Okay, so we have a few more variations of each one to kind of like give us more, more accurate, like more numbers. Like there's 10 of them. You got the Spider-Man 2099 with the new Mighty Mug Spider-Man. So there's some good ones in here, but the major one is the first appearance of Spider-Man, okay? So anyway, let's scroll down all the way here. Like I said, I did each one. I did a page where we put them together. Let's just go to that page right here as I scroll down, and we like compare all of them together, okay? So let's just go here for the discussion, okay? We got Spider-Man, who is averaging 9,400 per Spider-Man collectible, okay? You got Batman, that's averaging 2,700 per collectible, and then you got Mickey Mouse, which he's averaging 9,000 per collectible. So for me, I look at a few things. I'm going to do this. I look at historical relevance, okay? I look at, like how valuable, generally speaking, each one of them are and how hot they are in the market, okay? And then I look at like where they potentially could be going in the future and how far they could go in terms of their value, okay? And how popular they are, okay? And so my decision, I came to a decision for myself. You have yours. I totally would respect yours. Believe me, this was really tough for me. Okay, this is really difficult. I'm not just basing it on the per value collectible, okay? Because there's other factors like, who's first on the app and all that stuff. And, so that's not what I'm just basing it on. I'm just basing it on future value. So I'm going to go down right here. I'm going to show you who my number one pick is. And I really want to know what you think, okay? My number one pick on the app is Spider-Man, okay? And that's just my opinion, okay? And the reason I think Spider-Man is number one is because every single Spider-Man not like every single Spider-Man collectible is higher in value than, like, generally speaking, every single Batman collectible, okay? And Mickey Mouse, he is really close. For me, it was between Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man, actually, okay? It was between the two of them because Mickey Mouse is new. The value of his stuff is actually really high for starting off newer. And I think that Disney has a major, major future right now. But this is my reason, right? Is because Disney, okay, is really hot right now, and they've come out with a bunch of stuff lately, and Spider-Man has been in the app longer, and so I think Spider-Man over the long haul is the more safer bet if you want to talk about like overall collectibles and value, because they put a lot of attention into Spider-Man, and he's one of the most famous superheroes in the world, if not the most famous, okay? And so I put Spider-Man as the number one collectible right now. If you're new to the app, you can go and you can get a couple of first appearance Spider-Mans, like the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. You can grab that one, or the lower Ben Reilly one. They're still attainable, right? Whereas Mickey Mouse, okay, his collectibles are a little bit higher if you want to get in. I think there's like a $700 to $800 like floor level, like on the card or Steamboat's common. So those are lower, okay? So those are the only ones you can get. So he is a really good one to collect. He's valuable, but Spider-Man has got like more options for everybody, and I just think that Spider-Man has got a bigger future. Once we've had a few Mickeys out like we have, they're going to be really valuable going forward, but I think that every time they add another Spider-Man, it's going to be a different variation potentially. Like they still have Black Suit Spider-Man. You could go to Miles Morales for Spider-Man, okay? You could do, that kind of thing. And I think there's a lot more to go. And I also think that, his first appearance, like the secret rare, is pretty much right next to the partner statue for me, even higher than the Todd. I think that it is like a massive, massive NFT, okay? Like probably it's going to surpass like 1 million. It's going to get up there. This is just my opinion, but this is how I see it. And like I said, I don't want to throw any shade at Batman. Batman is incredible in the app. You cannot go wrong with buying any of these three characters. If you can get any of these three characters in your collection, like any of their collectibles at all, you're totally doing great in these early stages because they're all going to be really up there, right? Batman's collectibles, though, they're not quite as highly valued. We have the black and white series. You have a few of them that are in that lower level range. And I don't mean low like 50 gems. I mean like 200 level, whatever. And, they're not quite as high as Spider-Man. But then the top is like the Todd and the Rizzle. So they're super high, but they're not quite as high, in my opinion, as the Spider-Man first appearance, right? So so it's a bit of a thing. So anyway, I really want to know what you think. Who is your number one? Please comment down below. Now, I did a little extra special fun thing here where I took Spider-Man because I picked him as my number one character in the app, and now I've added the comic books as well. So stay tuned here just for a second. I actually went and I did the numbers, and believe me, this took a while. I usually come out with a video every day, but it took me 2 days to put this together, okay? Just for you, okay? And for me too, because I think it's fun. But I added up all of his comic books as well. And what I did is I took all the comic books, all the rarities of the comic books. I went through the app. I found the lowest floor price of every single rarity. Okay, I'm not factoring edition numbers here, just the lowest value, like of all the commons, the uncommons. I added them all together. I counted them up. We got 90, okay, give or take one or two in case I missed one, but there's like about 90 total Spider-Man collectibles in the app, like in total. Okay, I didn't use this to factor into my decision, but this was just extra, okay? And anyway, the total of all of them is 975,000 gems, okay? Almost 1 million for all of his collectibles, okay? If you scroll down to the bottom right here, you have 90 collectibles. You have 975,000 gems total market value. If you add them, this is February the 6th, 2022. This is going to go up. So that averages out at about 10,800 gems per Spider-Man collectible. So when you add the comics, okay, you'd think that the price per Spider-Man would go down, but actually it goes up because of the secret rares, right? It increases the value, right? Because of Spider-Man #1 secret rare and a couple of other ones. Like, they're big, right? So it actually pushes the value even higher when you add the comics. I thought this number here would drop because of the lower level Spider-Man comics, but it didn't, right? So that just goes to show how valuable Spider-Man is, right? So anyway, back to my list right here. Like I said, the Spider-Man, I picked him number 1. You know, this is really interesting. You have like the different numbers average, right? We'll see where this goes. I'm going to do another video in like a month from now where I just update the numbers. Maybe my number 1 will pick. Maybe there'll be another character that they add that, you know, totally floods the app, that makes it really amazing. And who knows, right? We'll see where we'll go. I'll do this again in the future. I really want to see where these numbers go. Anyway, let me know what you think. I really want to know your opinion about this. Please write it in the comments section below. Let everybody else know. Let's get the debate going. And, you know, like if you want to follow the channel, please do. You can always subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. I hope I just see you in another video. You can hit like if you like the video as well. And in the description, I have a way you can follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Okay, if you want to follow me in the app, actually, you know, I did actually, my name is MyCollectables CA, and okay, I put like a Spider-Gwen in there at 100,000 gems. You'll be able to find her, and just like, you know, you can follow me in the app, I will follow you back. I've been loving seeing everybody's comments and posts and feeds, and it's been great, okay? Anyway, let me know what you think of this thing. I hope you have a great weekend and a great week. Good luck on the drops, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting.